Hey guys, and welcome to Confessions of a Nyancon Volunteer. Basically, this video is just about my experience at the local convention, Nyancon 2013, also known as the best Catter Day ever. But yeah, this was a local convention that was held by the Anime Anonymous Club of Lakeland Community College at Lakeland Community College. And I wanted to share my experience, to reminisce with those who'd been to the convention, and also to shed some light on what we had at the convention for those of you who weren't able to attend this year and are very much considering next year. And hey, for those of you who haven't even heard of this convention, they're like, oh my god, there's a local convention in Lake County, Ohio? Finally. So, yeah. I'm not exactly sure where to start on this. So, oh, right, yeah, that. Sorry about that. I thought I'd turn that off. Basically, those are, like little achievement things, like on the PS3 they got trophies, and the Xbox they have achievements, and yeah, it's some new little thing that I got that is just syncing up with my life stuff, and occasionally stuff like that's gonna pop up. And actually, that's pretty good that that popped up. Because, as it says, lending a helping hand, well, and actually because of the subject of this video, you know that I was a volunteer at the convention. Now my part in helping was, working the video rooms. We showed different animes, a couple of movies, but yeah, so that was my job at the convention. Unfortunately, because of that, I didn't get to see the floor as much, and I didn't get to see as much of the convention, see how people liked it, what was going on. So, yeah, it was kind of a downside to me being the video room guy. But, you gotta do what you gotta do. And, like I told all the staff there, I'm working so hard with this convention because I can see it growing into something bigger and doing some great good and such. And, I am a nerd, and I do like anime and pop culture and such. And so anything that I can do to help, like, spread that to other people who are, I guess, like I am and was in high school, where, like, I would watch this stuff, but, like, I didn't have as much opportunity to socialize with like-minded people who were like, oh man, I love anime, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, Inuyasha, etc. So I'm trying to help them out, with, like, whatever I can, so that this convention can do well, and it can grow, and it can reach more people. So, yeah, it's my whole shtick of, hey, let's help show people it's cool to like anime, to do cosplay, etc., etc. So, at this point, I'm going to be covering some of the other stuff we had there. Sorry, I'm going to have to bounce back and forth because I can't remember everything. So give me a second, check my notes, and we'll just keep going. Right. First off, one of the big things we had at the convention, were a couple of tournaments. We had Kaijudo, which I believe is a card game of some sort. Sorry, I have to look into it. We also had a Magic the Gathering tournament, and a Super Smash Bros. Brawl tournament, and a Super Mario Kart tournament. These tournaments we had several prizes. First place gets a prize, second place gets a prize, third place gets a prize. I want to say, so don't quote me on this, and by the way, like, I don't know, this crossing my fingers thing is something I picked up from my LARPing, but, don't quote me on this, but I want to say, like, first prize was like a $100 Visa gift card, second place was like $50, and third place was $25. Again, not 100% certain on that, but that was the basic thing of it. So yeah, so there's that. We also had a number of special guests. again, give me a second to reference my sheet. Let's see. We had Abracadabra Productions, an anime, K-pop, and J-pop. I'm sorry, I'm gonna just zoom just so I can read this easier. This is why I need a teleprompter or something, so that I can just read this stuff and there we go. Sorry. But yeah. So Abracadabra Productions, anime, K-pop, and J-pop dance and cosplay cover group. Unfortunately, I don't have as much research on them or any of the other groups, so my apologies to those people, for not knowing as much and reporting about them. But anyway, let's continue. 2D6, a local nerdcore group. They rap about anime, board games, and other geek-related stuff. Pretty cool special guest. Greg Wicker, also known as Grego, a producer and host of game shows at anime conventions since 1999. Let's see, Amberly Connors, a professional freelance voice actress specializing in work with video games, and Jeremy Freeman, a freelance artist specializing in inking for comics, and Del Borovic, professional freelance comics and illustrations artist. Yeah. Again, like I said, I didn't do as much research on these people, but these were just these were the guests that we had at the convention, and I got this information from looking at the program schedule. Okay, so got the guests, got the tournaments covered. Man, what else? What else did we have going on there? Right. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, a new cosplayer approaches. This is actually more of another personal thing for me. That's about, me taking part in my first ever cosplay competition as the character Roronoa Zoro from One Piece. Yeah. Basically, sorry, have to change it again. Basically, the cosplay competition was divided up into 3 different categories. You had novice, journeyman, and advanced. Novice is, the cosplays that weren't as involved to make, kind of like my Zoro, which actually I should put a picture in, so I'll just put it in like right here. Then you had, journeyman, which basically was a step up from novice, like where you put in more effort and like made more of the costume. I can't really think of a good example, because unfortunately at the ceremony we didn't go, okay, here's all the novice cosplayers, here's all the journeymen, and here's the advanced people. And then, of course, there's the advanced group, where basically you pretty much made everything yourself. You made extra props and such. Like, like some of the stuff I saw in there was pretty cool. Like, people did Final Fantasy 13 characters, and they had big swords and such, and it was just awesome. And, again, going back to the personal bit about this, basically, we were judged just by the judges beforehand at the very, throughout the day. Then we had the actual ceremony at about 7 o'clock. So I come in for the ceremony, I'm hanging out in the back or whatever for the ceremony because I didn't know what was going on. I get called up there, and, I'm sat down in the front row, and one of the cosplay judges tells me, "Oh, hey, Brett, you're the first person, that's going to be presenting your cosplay to everybody." That scared the crap out of me. No joke, as I was sitting there, I was so nervous I wanted to vomit whenever I heard that. Because, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just scared of, like, I'll be honest, I was scared that my cosplay wouldn't really stack up very well in comparison to the other cosplayers. Like, you know, that they would have put in, like, hundreds of hours of effort to make these great, elaborate things like you see at conventions and all this stuff. You know, but basically, you know, we had to, you know, stand up in front of the crowd, you know, show off the cosplay, you know, pose, do some stuff, etc. You know, in 3 different spots so people could get the best view of us. You know, so I did that. And, you know, I got applause just like everybody, just like all the other cosplayers, because I have to say, you know, my fellow cosplay competitors did well. And, you know, for those of you who won in your respective categories, serious congratulations. You know, one person I would especially like to, you know, just say awesome work to was one of the guys who did Professor Stein from Soul Eater. Basically, you know, the deal with the thing that I really liked about this guy's cosplay was the fact that he had the bolt through the head, and he had, you know, the head of the bolt, and you could turn it, and, you know, you could actually hear it clicking. Like, that was very cool in my opinion. And, you know, I just wanted to send a quick shout out to that guy. So, seriously, you dude, you rock, you're awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. I hope to see you in other competitions in the future. And, you know, hey. So, let's see. Sorry. Also, in relation to my taking part in my first cosplay competition thing, I'd like to state here and now that, you know, while it's not my ultimate goal in cosplay to, you know, be the best and show that I'm awesome and be a braggart about it, I'm going to say on record right now that, you know, because of my taking part in that competition, I would like to one day win an award in a cosplay competition. You know, whether it's, oh hey, you know, best costume in the novice class or something, because really I don't see myself going into Journeyman and Advanced and winning something. But, you know, something. So, like, best cosplay, you know, like, I don't know, surprise the judges, did something really cool, or, I don't know, I'm like, I could see the possibility of, oh, hey, you know, here's the person who did the best, and then here's some honorable mentions, like, oh, hey, this person showed creativity, ingenuity, something that we liked, that we wanted to, you know, give them, like, at least a little piece of paper that says, you know, we the judges say, hey, you did cool with this, so here's some recognition for that. So, basically that one long-winded explanation is, I'd like to win something in a cosplay competition in the future. Even if it's just the recognition of the judges saying, hey, you know, you did really good with what you did. You know, you weren't better than blah, but we still want to recognize you for what you've done. Man, this is hard. And, man, what else is there to talk about the day? Right. That achievement, I want to say that's the final achievement I have in my notes here. Yeah, the last achievement, and actually this was the highlight of my day. Basically this is about the fact that somebody approached me while I was in costume and, you know, asked for a picture of me in my cosplay. For those of you who don't know, this was my first, I'd say serious cosplay at a convention. And I think I talked about this before, but, like, in my opinion, one of the highest compliments you can receive as a cosplayer, you know, is to have some random stranger, you know, from the crowd be like, you know, hey, sir, or ma'am, or whatever, you know, I really like your cosplay. Can I get a picture of it? Or, you know, like, can, you know, or they ask about how you did it or something like that. And I actually had that happen. Basically, the story behind it is, like, I was walking around the floor a bit, you know, on one of my breaks earlier in the day. I saw this person. Well, I wasn't on break, I was doing something, but, you know, I saw this person, you know, she showed me she had 2 dolls of One Piece characters, Luffy and Zoro. you know, in a little stroller she had with her, and, you know, she was like, oh, I wish I could get your picture with those. Unfortunately, you know, I was in the middle of something, so I had to run and take care of it. So, you know, I apologized to her. I said, sorry, I have to take care of some business. But I saw the person again as they were actually going to leave the convention, and, you know, I was on my break, and they were just walking out, and, you know, she, you know, like I said, I was on break. She saw me again. She's like, oh, hey, can I get your picture really quick? And, you know, I mean, I was surprised at that. Because, I mean, like, I love the sword work I did on these. Don't get me wrong. And I like the character and all the work I put into it. But it was still surprising for me to have somebody actually say, hey, I really like what you did. Can I get your picture? So, you know, I pulled out the swords. I posed. She got a quick picture. You know, and then, of course, after that, you know, me being me, I approached the person, you know, and I said, you know, thank you for, you know, thank you for taking my picture, because, I mean, like, this is my first real cosplay at a convention, and, you know, it's just a real honor for somebody who doesn't know me to be like, hey, I really like what you did. And, you know, she said, oh, it was no problem, you really did some good work with this, like, you know, and, you know, shook hands, made our, you know, goodbyes and such. I believe, you know, like, I found this person later on in Facebook because she posted the pictures, and I saw my picture, and, you know, and I want to say I sent a friend request, and, you know, we're friends on Facebook now, because, I mean, that's just awesome in my opinion, that happened. But, yeah, I mean, like I said, that was the highlight of my day, was somebody saying, hey, you know, you did good with this cosplay. Can I get your picture? You know, and so, like I said then, thank you for that compliment of saying that I did it good enough that it was worthy to take a picture and hang on to and put on Facebook and such. You know. But, yeah, that's about all I have to say about the convention itself. But, you know, in terms of what's coming up next year for NyanCon, I unfortunately don't have all of the details, but, you know, assuming I get the okay from the, you know, from the person running the show, you know, I'll report to you guys every now and then whenever there are big updates, like, oh, hey, we've got this guest coming in, and I'll actually do research, and I'll be able to tell you, like, oh, hey, this person's done this, and this, and da-da-da-da-da, and, like, just all this other crazy stuff. So, you know, stay tuned, guys. I'll put stuff on my Facebook, you know, on my Facebook group, and, yeah. I'll also put the links below for, well, at least for the NyanCon itself, because we do have a website. Actually, you know, I'll put up here too, nyancon.org, but also in the description below, just in case I'm still not getting annotations to work. I don't know what the deal is. I think that is about it. Let me check my notes really quick, and I'll be good. Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I had in my notes. So, you know, for those of you who made it, thank you for coming to the convention. You know, I hope you had a wonderful time. You know, if you have thoughts, comments, feedback, you know, leave them below. You know, I'll report back to the boss about, you know, your thoughts and opinions, like, you know, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you thought we needed. So, yeah, I'll report that information back. You know, so I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying my best to make this convention as good as I can. You know, well, I'm trying my best to help the people who run the convention to make it as good as possible. So, yeah, that is about it for this video. So, guys, I will catch you next time. Hopefully at the 2014 NyanCon, which is set for, shit, I want to say October 4th, 2014. So, mark your calendars, guys. It's coming back, and it's gonna be bigger and better. And in my opinion, you know, they should have a little tagline. You know, this time it's personal. You know, like cats say purr. It sounded like a funny pun in my head. You know, but whatever. So anyway, guys, You know, like I said, if you were there this year, thank you for coming. I hope you had a good time. You know, if you couldn't make it this year, there's next year. You have a year, you know, to set up the vacation time from work, you know, or to take the, or to put in your calendar, hey, October 4th, I'm going to NyanCon. Because this is a small one-day convention, you know, so, and it's free. Free! You know, and it's in Lake County, like, seriously. If you live in Lake County, like, and you like anime and stuff, like, why are you not going to this convention? Do it. It's great. It's wonderful. Do it. I think I'm finally out of things to say, so I'm just going to cut it here. So, until next time, guys, I'm Valiant, and this is my video. Peace.